So today I have with me a special guest on Decode. His name is Rahul Singh, and what he's doing in the EV space is something which is exemplary. This is something which has not happened in India. He's a founder of Feynman Energy, and we will talk about his journey today, which will inspire you on how you can follow your passion. So, welcoming on board, Rahul. Hi, Rahul.
Hi, nice meeting you.
Same way. सो राहुल, अपनी जर्नी के बारे में अगर हम शुरुआत से बात करें तो वो जर्नी स्टार्ट कैसे हुई थी और अब जाके जहाँ हम पहुंचे हैं वो कैसे पहुंचे?
मैं नालंदा बिहार का रहने वाला हूँ। हम लोग की फैमिली पहले फार्मिंग में इन्वॉल्व थी। वहाँ से हमारी फैमिली माइग्रेट हो गई सूरत गुजरात, एंड दे वर वर्किंग इन क्लोथिंग फैक्ट्रीज। छोटा था तब से, मतलब लाइक बिकॉज ऑफ बीइंग फ्रॉम वेरी हम्बल बैकग्राउंड, तब से मैं सोचता था चीज़ों को देख के। तो like I did not have any that time did not have any idea of big doors and flashy limelights, but I had touched with the every nook and corner of underprivileged world where the hunger, illiteracy, these things thrives. जब मैं छोटा था तो मैं देखता था कि ये लोग तार जलाते हैं या कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट जलाते हैं, जला के उससे कुछ मेटल मिलता है, उसको सेल करते हैं और उन्हें पैसे मिलते हैं। मैं सोचता था क्यों मिलते हैं इनको, ऐसा क्या है। मतलब अभी उनको कुछ तार मिली, पर्टिकुलर टाइप की तार मिली, उसको जला के कुछ उनको मेटल मिला, और ये मेटल जो है इसके बदले में पैसा मिल रहा है। ऑलवेज क्यूरियस कि क्या है, क्यों ये मेटल प्रीशियस है, क्यों ये मेटल प्रीशियस नहीं है ना। और उस टाइम मैं सोचता था कि इसके पीछे की मिस्ट्री क्या, इस तरीके की चीजें चलती थी। तो बचपन में वैसे मेरे को इनिशियल स्टेज में आई वांटेड टू जॉइन आर्मी एंड ऑल, लाइक टू सर्व माय कंट्री, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ सम रीजन यू कम फ्रॉम बिहार, यू सी पीपल ट्राइंग टू सप्रेस यू इफ यू आर फ्रॉम वेरी नॉर्मल बैकग्राउंड। तो सोचते हो कि आपके पास पावर आए या कुछ ऐसा हो जिससे कि आप अपने फैमिली की सिक्योरिटी देख पाए, चीज़ें देख पाए। फिर धीरे धीरे मेरे अंदर इस चीज़ें डेवलप हुई कि नहीं, मुझे देश की सेवा करनी चाहिए। ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, लाइक through getting some guidance, okay, you can do some NDA, that kind of thing. तो उसमें भी, उसके लिए भी अपन सोच रहे थे कि ऐसा कर सकते हैं। फॉर्चुनेटली मेरी फैमिली के सपोर्ट की वजह से ही उन्होंने काफ़ी पेन झेला। स्पेशली आई वुड मेंशन माय ब्रदर रोहित सिंह, ही डिड अ लॉट। तो जब मैं छोटा था, ये सब चीज़ें होने के पहले सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है कि जब मैं छोटा था तो हमारे एक टीचर थे, ही इज काइंड ऑफ अ रिलेटिव, मिस्टर अजय सिंह। उन्होंने मुझे सेकंड क्लास में ऐसे 5th क्लास की मैथमेटिक्स कराने लगे। तो 2-3 क्लास आगे की मैथ्स करा रहे थे, एंड पूरा एरिया में ऐसा था कि इसको तो बहुत पढ़ने में तेज है, मैथमेटिक्स बहुत आती है। मेरे को तो यहाँ तक बार तक रहते थे वहाँ पे जो लोकल में आप आज भी हैं, दे फील वेरी प्राउड। आई विल कम टू दैट पॉइंट हाउ दे आर कनेक्टेड स्टिल नाउ। सो वो लोग ऐसे थे कि वो मुझसे पूछते थे, अच्छा 20 का दो लोगों को 20 रुपये बांटने हैं, 1 रुपये का अंतर होना चाहिए। तो उस टाइम पे मैं ऐसे बता देता था 9.5 और 10.5। तो दे यूज्ड टू फील लाइक कितना आता है करके, एंड मेरे पैसे भी नहीं लेते थे। पैसे करते करते मैथमेटिक्स में समहाउ, क्योंकि आगे का पढ़ने के चक्कर में इंटरेस्ट बढ़ता गया, एंड फिर मुझे मौका मिला, जैसे मैं बोला कि कोटा जाने का मौका मिला बिकॉज ऑफ माई ब्रदर गाइडेंस, एंड ही सेड लाइक यू कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर IIT। मेरे स्कूल टीचर्स थे, Mamta ma'am, she also inspired, you can prepare for IIT. She also used to love my poetry and writing skill because she was a Hindi teacher. A few other teachers from school, Dhruv sir and all, they said like you can prepare, and that other person, relative, that teacher Ajay. So I went to Kota. After going Kota, I got some health issues. Till the 10th class, I did not get any health issues. I started getting health issues. I was trying my best because I got very good marks in board exam. I topped my schools and in that locality. So I got some fellowship also. In Kota, I got some scholarship. That's why I could study. But when I got the health issues, I got very severe problem in my spine. That time, like faculty members of Kota and my friends were telling, okay, you should go home, you are completely lying on the bed, you are not able to. So first attempt, IIT, there are two continuous attempts you can give. In the first attempt I could clear JEE, but I was not getting the top IITs, or I was getting an admission in NITs and all. I decided to prepare one more time. On 1 year, I took so in that drop, I got IIT Roorkee, and I was so fortunate. What was the thing, used to make me curious in my childhood? Why these metals are expensive? Why we are why we are dealing with this many things? Why we are burning it and getting, because I used to see the छोटे छोटे चीजों के लिए, like it was a kind of a basti,
Right.
so उसमें छोटे छोटे चीज के लिए, छोटे छोटे पैसे के लिए बहुत संघर्ष करते थे. तो ये सब चीजें मेरे दिमाग में चलती रहती थी. इवन वीमन, they used to make some, दुपट्टा होता है उसमें मोती लगाना. So they used to, like, for 15 minutes, they to continuously, if they do, they will get 1.5 rupees. I was saying one more thing in my mind: why the money is why it's difficult to get money?
Right.
And what is the value of this metal? So I got the Metallurgical and Materials Engineering in IIT Roorkee. So then you get, in India, you get branches of engineering through your rank. So people consider, okay, I got good rank, I'll get computer science. That time also, I also felt, oh, why I did not get very good rank? I would have gotten computer science. So, but later, at this point now, I feel I was very fortunate to get this branch where I can study. Then I started getting to know about the metals, how metal is getting extracted, and why particular metals are expensive, how some metals were expensive but later became very cheaper, like aluminum, right? So, and at the same time, waste utilization. I was seeing so many different type of waste. So so in IIT, because of one of the professor, Dr. Nikhil Devan, I got some research project where I got some project related to, first of all, I got like iron ore slimes. So when you make the when you make the steel, you need iron ore with particular percentage of iron value in that, more than 63% something. But there are a lot of iron fines in India. Slimes are a lot of ore that they are low graded ore. Low graded means like low iron.
Low iron.
So first project was like to upgrade the iron somehow. So that time I got to know the basics of the metallurgy, extractive metallurgy. Then I got a project related to battery recycling. Okay, can we recover the precious metal, critical metals from the battery, like cobalt, lithium? All these metals are very expensive.
Yes.
So, and you won't believe, in that project I was so much submerged, seeing. From that time I also touched many different things: solar panel, extracting metal from solar panel, from CFL, from the different other type of battery, nickel metal hydride battery, NIMH we call, and most of its reserves is outside India and mainly in China. Like if you see, the Middle East has the monopoly on the oil. China has that kind of resources reserve available for the rare earth. That's why they have some extra advantage to make those components. For example, the hard drive or windmill. So for making a motor, you need permanent magnets. So we call it like neodymium iron boron magnets. So neodymium is very important here. So we need that. That is a rare earth element. So I was working on recycling, extracting those elements. So that project, when I was doing related to battery recycling, fortunately that work got good success, got couple of international research peer-reviewed journal publications. Then it went for the national award called like Gandhian Young Technical Innovation Appreciation National Award, and it was awarded by the government of India. While doing all this, I got so much interest in my battery related field, and after that I decided to pursue PhD so that I can get more knowledge of material science. Right. Because you are doing so much research. Then after doing that thing, doing those things, many things were changed. I won't say what I wanted to do that time, but at present, I would say battery. I was totally in love with batteries, and somehow today I'm working on battery manufacturing. Feynman Energy is our company, where we are trying to make the cutting edge iron-based cathode materials and making the cell manufacturing possible in India. Right. And this battery had so many different advantages, and it's basically we need to improve the supply chain of battery materials in India.
आई थिंक इन जर्नी को ना एक बारी ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं। तो पहली चीज़ जो इंटरेस्टिंग थी आपकी जर्नी के बारे में कि यू केम फ्रॉम अ वेरी I would say a background where you don't expect get to a PhD, that too in a university in US, like you did your PhD in from Utah. So I think that is in itself something which I think destined. अब पता नहीं वो destined कैसे होता है ये समझ नहीं आता, बट क्या लगा आपको कि किस तरह से वो जर्नी हुई और क्या क्या पॉइंटर्स थे जहाँ पे आपको लगा कि यार ये चेंज आया?
When I started education, first school time. So there was a school, and if you study Hindi medium and all, if you do your education in Hindi medium, then suddenly, and you want to do the PhD research, go to IIT. It's really, really challenging, right? It's kind of, so when after 10th class, so I used to know the Hindi terms, like it was my first class or second class in Kota. I wrote the spelling of ratio wrong. I wrote like RACIO. And I used to know all these things, anupat, ratio, samveg, momentum, pure Hindi. And totally true, you come from like 10 by 10 ke kamre se niklo, and everything is happening there, your whole family in particular, one room. And you try to think, oh, I want to become a big engineer. First plan was to become an engineer, right? So go for IIT or go for something. I wanted to go for NDA also, I mentioned before, but because of I said health issues and all, severe, it was very severe. People are forcing me, go save your life, don't go for this engineering and all, you won't be able to crack IIT. They used to put me injection, so between the JEE main, if you clear, you get NIT. There are 40 days, alternative day they were putting some injection so that I can survive. After doing all this, I was thinking, so that professor came, that faculty member, he said, one of the motivational session was going on. And I was asking if I am facing so much problem, how I can be motivated. Then he brought me in his office and he said, राहुल, मैं तो यही बोलूँगा कि अभी तुम्हारे लिए हेल्थ सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है, पर मुझे नहीं पता तेरा IIT में होगा कि नहीं होगा, ठीक है, पर तेरे अंदर जो आग है IIT के लिए, इसे बनाए रखना है, लाइफ में बहुत काम आएगा. पर फिलहाल अगर आप तुम एडजस्ट कर सकता है, when you don't able to do any homework, you are not able to do any homework, or you just come to class, even you are not able to sit down properly, you can lie down or you can just sleep or something like that. He gave me so much encouragement. So that was one thing. I was going to break down, right? If you leave the preparation of IIT, you won't get IIT.
Right.
And IIT gives very big platform, to be honest. It's not like if you go IIT then only you will be able to do, but if you go there, if you get the chance, you'll have more and more opportunity, right? Fortunately, that professor gave me that thing. Then I said, okay. So my treatment was going from Ahmedabad doctor and from Surat and Mumbai doctors. Then went to AIMS Delhi, and I was like whole week I was going to AIMS for my treatment. Very challenging. So that was the first turning point. So I did not leave that. Did not give up. हार नहीं माना. somehow फिर उसके बाद जब फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मुझे मिल भी गया कॉलेज, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मुझे NIT जयपुर इस तरह के कॉलेज मिल रहे थे, I would have like satisfied, right? I got something, let's secure our family, where people are struggling to get 10,000, 15,000 rupees per month. It's really, really difficult to leave that, because only one more chance. If you miss that chance, what is going to happen?
Right. वो एक साल भी बहुत मुश्किल होता है.
और ऑलरेडी आप फाइनेंशियली इतना सबसे पैसा लेके, सबने, किसी ने 5,000 दिया, किसी ने 50,000 दिया, पता नहीं किस से लिया, मेरे फैमिली ने क्या क्या किया, इसको एक पॉडकास्ट में बताना इट्स रियली डिफिकल्ट, इट्स इम्पॉसिबल. So mention their contribution, but it's all about I would say we all are due to others. That's what I feel. Whatever I have done so far, that also I say it's just like a power play. अब बहुत लंबा सफर एक बाकी है, बहुत लंबी सफर बाकी है, तो पावर प्ले अच्छा जाने में भी बहुत लोग का कंट्रीब्यूशन. अब इसमें क्या हुआ कि IIT हो गई, एक साल और ड्रॉप करके जैसे तैसे पैसा अरेंज करके, आई सेड एक्चुअली IIT भी नहीं करते, कोटा में सेलिब्रेशन होता है. तो जब मैं 12th के साथ जब मैं क्लियर किया तो सेलिब्रेशन हो रहा था, एंड एवरीवन वाज लाइक डांसिंग एंड ऑल, सिलेक्शन हुआ, एंड आई वाज लाइक थिंकिंग मेरे को ये मिल रहा है, ठीक है. समवन सेड समथिंग, IIT की बात अलग है, ऐसा कुछ बोला उसने, That time I was like, man, I will prepare for one more year. That gave me a hit. So one more year, like ढोल नगाड़े बज रहे हैं, I was crying, आंसू निकल रहे हैं मेरे. एक तरफ उधर सेलिब्रेशन हो रहा है, एक तरफ उसने कुछ ऐसा बोला, एंड वो बोला कि अगस्त आ चुका है, जुलाई अगस्त काउंसलिंग के बाद की वाली बात है. So people don't go for, it's very late, you know, but you have only 8-9 months, you have to do again 2 year syllabus, 11th and 12th class syllabus. So then I went for again one more year, got IIT Roorkee. In IIT Roorkee also, it's not easy.
Right.
If you go there from a normal background, so people used to, but I'm thankful to them, you know, it gave me always kind of a strike, you know, kind of a motivation. I thought, okay, what I can do to bring the change, you know, for the downtrodden mass of the society. Then I made an initiative, Udbhav Shiksha Ki Ek Nayi Umang. So doing all this, you know, I was doing so many things, developing the libraries, you know. So what happened? So we used to teach in a school. A student used to wait for me. Say, I want Rahul sir only. But I made a good team. They were teaching them one-to-one. But that day I did not go there, and there were lack of teachers because of other events. So I sent them to coordinator. Why don't you ask them to write an essay on my school? अपने विद्यालय पे निबंध लिखने बोले. So they wrote something, मेरे स्कूल में 10 कमरे हैं, ये है. Nobody wrote like मेरे स्कूल में एक पुस्तकालय है या लाइब्रेरी है. Then I asked, do you guys know what is library? What is? They did not know. I said, these people are like me, you know, situation. I decided to build the kind of library in that school, making different kind of, got different books, donated books, and for useful for them, categorized nicely, and then made the library. And I wanted, so the students were feeling so inferior, right? So there was a school in front of other school. That was a private school, looking very nice. So that government school, it was not, nobody even noticed that is there. Yeah. There was a very nice, very famous canteen of IIT is there. It was just at the border of IIT. No? So nobody even noticed that school. I decided how we can do something so people at least know something is there. So we decided to redesign and painting and all. So I asked my fine arts friends who were working, who had so much. So they wanted to always wall paint in IIT, different buildings wall, right? Why don't you make some paint here? We will provide everything. Then they made the school very nice. So those private school students started attracting to there. Those people were not happy. Why you are doing this? So, and even in the school also, you know, we started showing the movie like Hitchki, you know, to show the change. Made the library, started doing work. Because of all this, you know, I thought, why I don't go for UPSC, right? Become many people suggested you can be a good fit. You are from Bihar also, right? So in the first semester, you have a branch called, you have a subject called Introduction to Metallurgical Engineering and Material Science. I did not get very good grade in all the subject, but in that subject, I scored 100 out of 100. And it was very, very rare, as my professor said. So you get like grades like in IIT, like A grade is top, people think, but there is another grade that called O, means outstanding grade. So I got O grade in that. So I was like, so I had some interest because of the background also, like I was thinking about metals and all, I used to love. And my brother was working in a steel company called SR Steel that time. Now it's ArcelorMittal. Yeah. So I was getting some insight from there. So I started putting some interest. Then doing the UPSC, when I started preparing for UPSC, उसमें मैं सोचा कि यार थोड़ा टेक्निकल कॉलेज में आया है ना. IIT is known for the technology. Name itself says Indian Institute of Technology. I should take benefit of that. These things can be done. थोड़ा इसको try करते हैं. People say, oh, you can do research in masters or PhD. But I was very grateful, you know, professors are there. They encourage students of bachelors and they give all the opportunity possible. So I started working in a lab. I got chance from Dr. Nikhil Dhawan. He gave me some projects I mentioned before. From that time, I started putting somehow I submerged in that. उसमें पूरी तरह डूब गया रिसर्च में और मुझे अच्छे रिजल्ट्स, आई नो यू कैन से भगवान की कृपा से या कैसे आए, बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आ रहे थे. जो बहुत सारे पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स भी वहाँ पे कर रहे थे, उनके थ्रू नहीं आ पा रहे थे, तो देवर लाइक तुम्हारे हाथ में अगर अच्छे रिजल्ट आ रहे हैं तुम और अच्छे से एफर्ट डालो। फिर कुछ कुछ चीज़ें करते करते बैटरी तक पहुंचा मैं, सारे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट ये सब चीज़ें, बैटरी पे रिसर्च कर रहा था, उसकी रिसाइकलिंग पे पूरी तरह मैं डे एंड नाइट। आईआईटी में क्या होता है कि सब लोग कुछ ना कुछ के लिए भाग रहे हैं, है ना, एवरीवन इज रनिंग बिहाइंड समथिंग। तो अभी मैंने एक सेमिनार में, जैसे आपके एक मोटिवेशनल सेमिनार में जस्ट अभी बोला कि एक बड़े आदमी बनने के साथ साथ एक बेहतर इंसान बनना जरूरी है, तो मैंने देखा यार बड़े आदमी बनने में तो लंबी रेस है, पर बेहतर इंसान वाले में उतनी लंबी लाइन नहीं है, चलो ये काम करते हैं। तो मैं इसलिए वो कर रहा था, दिल से कर रहा था, इट्स नॉट की प्रोफिशिएंसी के लिए या कुछ ग्रेड्स के लिए। तो करते करते आईआईटी में एक अवार्ड होती है, कोई अच्छे इंसान होने पे मिलती है, मनोज जैन अवार्ड फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन ह्यूमन वैल्यूज। And so people nominate for you. So many people nominated for me in college. वो अवार्ड इंटरव्यू आज भी मेमोरेबल है। उसमें 10-15 जूरी मेंबर थे, many alumni, many professors, big people. Everyone was crying, everyone was like appreciating, they were like, they got so much emotional in that interview. They were saying, oh, why don't we, so they were like saying so many good things, and even they remember today also that interview was so that was another turning point. See, just imagine you were not getting selected in a simple interviews through your seniors, but the panel of like 60-70-year-old alumni, like someone is 1960 batch, 1980 batch, 1990 batch, many big professors, senior professors, and they were so much, amazed to see. So in that award interview, generally it is not like you will get decision of selection or results later. On the spot you don't get, generally they don't even show the expression. But in my case, it's a different scenario. So it became a good thing. I won't say I was doing all those social work to get that award, but those people appreciated. So I got some money from that award. So they give a big trophy, 50,000 rupees. I used to use some in those schools thing, because I believe like whatever you get, either blessings or award or honor, you should invest again in the society, right? So that welfare of those people. Because of that reason you are getting that. Because of those people you got chance to work. Yes. So again you connect value to others. So this line is basically from one of the jury member in that panel. Yeah. That professor is Professor Navneet Arora. He's very amazing person. So that time, after that they made me General Secretary of National Service Scheme, IIT Roorkee chapter. So I got more bigger platform, 1,000-member team, more than 1,000 member, you have that much big mass workforce, so you can do a lot of things. It has different vertical, 10-15 different vertical, like women empowerment. So NSS was like a body, so some cells were like kind of heart, some cells were like hand, so editorial cell, some techno creative cell, some cells were like women empowerment cell, primary education cell, competitive exams.
राहुल, जो जर्नी है उससे मुझे ये समझ में आता है कि ना कई बारी जब हम कोई चीज़ बिना किसी मॉनेटरी गेन के सोचते हैं करने की, जब हम ये सोचते हैं कि यार इसमें मज़ा आ रहा है करने में, राइट, तो वहाँ पे दोनों चीज़ों में देखिए, आप सोशल वर्क में भी जो आप कर रहे थे वहाँ पे भी मॉनेटरी गेन नहीं था। मेटलर्जी में भी जनरली लोग मेटलर्जी ज्वाइन करते हैं, आईआईटी में भी और अदर कॉलेजेस में भी, मेजरली आईआईटीज़ के अंदर, बट जनरली मेटलर्जी में काम नहीं करते। जनरली सब सॉफ्टवेयर कर रहे होते हैं या फिर कॉलेज में बस टाइम निकाल रहे होते हैं। पर आपने दोनों चीज़ें वो करी जहाँ पे आपको पता था कि अभी कोई मॉनेटरी गेन एकदम इमीडिएट नहीं दिख रहा मुझे, ठीक है, बट मुझे यहाँ से ये दिखता है कि ना जब हम कोई चीज़ बिना किसी मॉनेटरी गेन के, बिना सेल्फ मोटिवेशन से करते हैं, जब हम चीज़ बस सिर्फ सेल्फ मोटिवेशन से, तो वहाँ पे सक्सेसफुल होने के चांसेस हमारे ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, राइट। आई थिंक ये एस्टैब्लिश हो रहा है जो आप बता रहे हो, इससे
काइंड ऑफ सच है। मैं टोटली एग्री करता हूँ इस चीज़ से कि जब आप किसी चीज़ को किसी बिना एक्सपेक्टेशन, बिना रिजल्ट को सोचे हुए उस प्रोसेस पे पूरी तरह डूबते हो, आउटपुट अपने आप आता है। एंड यू कैन सी मैनी बिग पीपल दे आर गेटिंग राइट। फॉर्चुनेट मैं भी हूँ कि मैं उस डायरेक्शन में पूरी तरह पैशनेट कि नहीं, मुझे चेंज लाना है, चेंज करना है। जबकि आप एक छोटे से इंसान हो, है ना, आप क्या कर लोगे। लेकिन बोलते हैं ना कि अकेला चला था, मंजिल कारवा बढ़ता गया, है ना। तो वही वाली बात होती है। मेरे सफर में यही हुआ यार कि मैं अकेला ही था शुरुआत, लेकिन धीरे धीरे बहुत सारे लोगों का सपोर्ट है, बहुत काम कर रहे थे लोग। देयर आर सो मेनी जूनियर्स, सो मेनी टीम मेंबर्स, दे आर वर्किंग सो हार्ड। रिसर्च में भी कई सारे सीनियर्स थे मेरे लैबमेट्स, PhD मेंबर्स, यू नो। स्पेशल आई वुड मेंशन लाइक अश्विनी सर, अमित सर, नेहा मैम, Shrey sir. So those people, you know, they were very supportive. So whole department, you know, it was kind of an ecosystem. When they see कि डिपार्टमेंट में 24 आवर बंदा एक्टिव है, you know, कई बार तो रिसर्च ऐसा हो रहा था मेरा कि ऐसा सामने केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग की बिल्डिंग दिखती है, अभी दिन है, शाम हो गई, रात हो गई, सारे टाइम जोन अगर आप उसको रिकॉर्ड करें वो सब दिख रहा है, वो चेंज हो रहा है, आप वहीं के वहीं हो।
और वो तभी हो पाता है जब आप उसमें डूब जाते हैं, आप डूब जाते हो उसके अंदर, ठीक है ना। तो और ना क्या होता है कि जब हम कोई चीज निस्वार्थ करते हैं ना, मतलब जब हमारा उसमें कोई स्वार्थ नहीं होता, तो हमें टाइम का फिर फर्क भी नहीं पड़ता। वरना हम ना टाइम की वैल्यू लगाने लग जाते हैं कि हर आवर का मेरा क्या वैल्यू निकल के आ रही है, राइट।
इफ यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग लाइक दैट तो फिर परफॉर्म आएगी, अच्छा है, लेकिन उतना बड़ा आउटपुट नहीं आएगा, सिंपल आउटपुट आएगा, जितना आप जैसा सोच रहे हो वैसा।
मतलब वो कंपोनेंट वाला हिसाब हो जाएगा, कंपोनेंट बन सकता है वो, ठीक है, पर वो एक विजन नहीं बन पाते,
तो एक साम्राज्य खड़ा नहीं हो सकता।
तो IIT के बाद फिर जॉब ना करने,
तो ये बहुत और इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है। मेरे एक दोस्त ने बोला, मैं फर्स्ट ईयर में था ना, तो लोग बोलते थे तेरी तो जॉब नहीं लगेगी चाहे जो कर ले, तो बच्चों को पढ़ाता रहता है, क्या मिलता है तेरे को, तेरी इंटर्न नहीं लगेगी। बच्चे इतने प्यारे थे, वो छुप के हॉस्टल में आके अमरूद ला के देते थे सुबह सुबह, वो अलग चीज चल रही थी, मैं इंजॉय कर रहा था उसे। एक टाइप टू रिसर्च कर रहा है, कोर में प्लेसमेंट नहीं होती, ऐसा ही बोलते हैं, सच में कोर इंजीनियरिंग सेक्टर्स का है। इस पे हमने बड़े बड़े IIT के जो टॉप पोजीशंस पे हैं डायरेक्टर्स, उसमें मैंने डिस्कस कर चुका है, इवन इस तरीके के इश्यूज को मैंने रेज भी करा है। और हम सब भी कंसर्न है कि कैसे हम कोर सेक्टर्स को रिवाइव कर पाए, क्योंकि उसमें दिक्कत हो रही है। बिकॉज ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर में अच्छे पैसे हैं, पैकेज है, प्लेसमेंट है, और कोर सेक्टर में नहीं है। तो यू नो इट्स वेरी सिंपल, ह्यूमन विल गो नॉट फॉर द 10 लाख रुपीज, दे विल गो फॉर 30-40 लाख रुपीज, राइट। तो मैं सोचा कि लेकिन मैंने जिद थी कि मैं IIT से प्लेसमेंट में भी जरूर बैठूंगा। जनरली जो रिसर्च करते हैं वो PhD के लिए जाते हैं, हायर स्टडीज के लिए जाते हैं, या कोर में प्लेसमेंट लेते हैं, वो कभी भी प्लेसमेंट में जनरली बैठते भी नहीं है। जो PhD अप्लाई कर रहे नहीं बैठते हैं, क्योंकि उनका उसी टाइम सब कुछ चल रहा होता है। मेरे टाइम आप सोचो कि यू आर जनरल सेक्रेटरी, लीडिंग अ टीम, डूइंग रिसर्च, दिन भर डीन डायरेक्टर के ऑफिस में रात को लैब में रिसर्च चल रही है, उसके बाद फिर प्लेसमेंट की भी तैयारी जनरली लोग नहीं हैंडल करते हैं। और उसके बाद अप्लाई भी करना है बाहर PhD के लिए, उसके लिए GRE, TOEFL, अलग अलग एग्जाम, SOP, बहुत सारी चीजें प्रिपेयर करनी पड़ती है। लंबा प्रोसेस है, होगी यूनिक सा प्रोसेस होगी। तो उसमें भी तो मैंने प्लेसमेंट इसलिए सिर्फ जिद से करी कि सिर्फ दिखाने के लिए, ठीक है। मैं उसमें बैठा and I left so initial in day 1, day 0, like that kind of placement happened. Day 0 को बड़ी कंपनी आएगी, Google, Microsoft। तो इनिशियल में कुछ बड़ी कंपनीज थी, बट दे वर नॉट रिलेटेड टू मेटलर्जी, सो आई गॉट शॉर्टलिस्टेड वेरी क्लोज, फाइनल राउंड में मैं शॉर्टलिस्ट हो रखा था, पर फिर भी आई वाज नॉट शोइंग दैट मच इंटरेस्ट। डे 4 का वेट कर रहा था कि मुझे कोर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की कंपनी में प्लेसमेंट लेनी है, इन केस आई डोंट गेट अ PhD, पीसफुल, मैं अपने काम में पसंद आएगा जो वही करूंगा, मैं एटलीस्ट नौकरी भी करूं तो खुश रहूं। पर no core company took any BTech student that day, so I'm surprised. Generally they take few students at least. फिर मैं सोचा ये तो गलत हो गया। You sit in the placement, right, and people are saying are not getting placed, it becomes so much stressful. Your friends are getting placed and either you don't sit, nobody will say anything। Day 5 को morning में I went there, I got a job as a business analyst. It was non-core job. That company was in Gurgaon only. They used to do consultancy for Coca-Cola. So I got the placement, and I also applied for PhD. But when I got the results of PhD, you know, pandemic started, so it was very uncertain. I joined this job, and many big universities canceled their offer. I was thinking it was mostly, you know, many big university in Australia and US, but one of the university in that I got offer from multiple university, 4 to 5 universities, but one of the university was very kind, University of Utah. So in the pandemic they did not cancel the offer, they postponed the offer. But you know, So because of one of the professor called Professor Michael Freen, he's the chair of the department now in University of Utah in Material Science department. So I thought I'm getting offer from this professor. I will work with him. And he was doing also this kind of extraction or recycling or rare earth related research. I will be very happy doing those things. But so in the pandemic, when I was working, then I resigned from that job because I got that offer. Then people suggested, why don't you wait for one more year? Because you did your graduation with President of India gold medal. You have so many excellence in leadership award, excellence in human value. You have technical national award, right? Why don't you wait and apply again next year? Go to another university. Okay, but I said, because I already, while applying all this, for each university you have to pay kind of $200 kind of thing, like 15,000 rupees, you get 10 to 15,000, and you have to apply 8, 9, 10 colleges. That money also I got from my friends only, right? I was totally visa and everything. So because of all my friends, I was able to handle. My family was also helping whatever they can. You wait for 6 more months, then you get again you apply. There is uncertainty, right? I thought, let's join University of Utah because of that professor. I was liking his research, and then after going there, once I went there, so there was a kind of some international ban happened on those projects. So no international student can work on that project. That ban happened during that one semester when I could not go there. I got admission in fall 2020. Because of that reason, they could not fund me. So if I would have been reached before that ban, तो आपको ban applicable नहीं, आपको funding. Usually they finalize funding for 5.5 year US में, तो PhD offer करते हैं. PhD फिर स्प्रिंग में ज्वाइन किया, पर जाते ही पता चला कि उस प्रोजेक्ट पे इस तरीके का सिचुएशन है. So I won't be able to work on that project. They said, okay, 6 months. So there was another professor. He is like a god for me, Dr. Sivaraman Guruswamy. So Dr. Guruswamy is very ideal person. He is one of the first member in the BARC. He did so much nuclear research and all in India, and later he went to US and he was training so many students. Even so that professor said 6 months he has some funding available. I will work for him, and then after that you can switch again. But that did not happen. So ban was still there. So I continue with that professor, my own new professor, but the area was totally different. We were doing some extraction and those kind of chemistry based thing. That professor area was like magnetostriction, sensor materials. It's physics related more, physical metallurgy. Nice. So metallurgy is different, like extractive metallurgy, physical metallurgy, mineral processing. So physical metallurgy thing. So I was thinking, so I was like, I'm very good in chemistry. Because of chemistry, I got admission in IIT Chemistry and Mathematics. Not that much good that time in physics. But suddenly, you have to do PhD in magnetic thing. Yeah. And magnetostriction is a concept, like it's related to sensor material. Then started working. That professor got impressed and they said like, okay, why don't we work related to magnetic material? So the project, I did my PhD related to magnetic. So that also, initially, I was not that much. What is happening? But that project connected somehow what I wanted to do. What I was doing, I was taking electronic waste or something, trying to recover metal, right? Why we were recovering the metal? Because we need the rare earth back, we need the critical metal back, right? Because it's so what happened? That project was like development of. So why don't we develop the material without using the rare earth? Right? So there won't be any need of rare earth. Yeah. Right? At some point of time, it will have some. So there are many geopolitical issues too. Yeah. So sometimes some country can. I'm going to restrict. Right. So while doing that, I was thinking, all this sustainable thing, renewable energy, they need this kind of thing. Especially electric vehicle. Yeah. So my love for battery. So in those period during my PhD, before that, I met a guy. I said, Feynman Energy. He's another he's a co-founder. So Feynman Energy has a co-founder called Dr. Arun. So we both are working on making this company, Feynman Energy. I met him in 2019 December in IIT. He was searching someone working on the lithium-ion battery. From that time, I was connected with him, and I thought, okay, because if you see the electric vehicle, there are two major things. One is basically the battery. If you take any electric vehicle, 30 to 40% cost is almost battery cost, and there is a motor, right? So then I thought, okay, it's connecting. I understand battery. Now I understand magnetism, magnets, right? That's why I was getting offer from the for the magnetic material scientist job, but I did not go for the job just after PhD. And another thing, in my mind going on, how can I contribute in renewable energy sector, right? Especially the countries like developing countries like India, there is a lot of energy demand will be in future. Yeah. Even the global also, the consumption has increased. Yeah. So more growth, more energy needed. How you are going to solve fossil fuels? How much problem and how much limited resources are there. If you want to do windmill, you need. So if you want to do the challenges, renewable energy में आप जानते हैं कि windmill है, solar है, पर सब weather dependent है. If you want to make it very sustainable, if you want to connect with the grid, you need the storage. You need to store this energy, then you can utilize. For storage, earlier there was not much innovation in battery, but nowadays lithium-ion battery has boomed, right? So in lithium-ion battery, because of that thing going on, so that is going to help in renewable energy too, right? For the stationary storage. Right. You see the electric vehicle thing going on. Seeing all this thing, seeing my interest, and through this I can contribute, decided to work on this startup. So we have a company in US which is working on research and development. They have developed the prototype. Currently we are trying to set up the manufacturing in India. We have already developed a pilot setup, but it's on the Delhi Haridwar road, where we will develop the smaller scale commercial production. Later we will go to the gigawatt scale. That battery has extra advantage compared to the conventional batteries.
But is it dependent on lithium still?
Yeah, it's a lithium based only. But in lithium-ion battery, there are different kind of chemistry. Okay. If you see, there is a chemistry called NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt based. There is a chemistry called LFP, lithium iron phosphate. So currently most of the conventional batteries made of NMC. Okay. But the challenge is with NMC, there are three challenges. One is cost. Nickel and cobalt is there, so raw material cost is high. Even the production cost is high. Second challenge is like thermal runaway, it's safety. So it has only 110 degree Celsius tolerance. And the third thing is the life cycle, right? So if you see the electric rickshaw and electric vehicle coming, so unless you don't increase the life, you don't decrease the cost, you don't increase the efficiency, you don't increase the safety, it won't be that much, people won't adapt, it won't be. तो इसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर वाइड स्प्रेड, और डिमांड बहुत ज़्यादा है. इंडिया का एक रूरल तबका जो है वो मिडिल क्लास की तरफ बढ़ता जा रहा है. दे आर यूजिंग ट्रांसपोर्टेशन अब पहले जैसा नहीं है. सब लोग चाहते हैं बाइक चलाना, स्कूटी चलाना.
और आई थिंक बैरियर भी कॉस्ट बैटरी का ही है. मतलब अगर बैटरी का कॉस्ट अगर कम हो जाए तो बैरियर भी बहुत कम हो जाएगा.
इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल
अच्छा है. फ्यूल जो पेट्रोल में, पेट्रोल का खत्म हो गया, और ऊपर से सेटअप कॉस्ट भी, इफ यू थिंक ऑफ इट, कि जनरली अगर इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल की बात करें तो सिंपलर व्हीकल बन सकते हैं. मतलब कंपोनेंट्स बहुत सिंपलर हैं, बिकॉज दो ही चीज़ें हैं, जैसे आप ही बोल रहे थे, दो ही चीज़ें हैं, बैटरी है और मोटर है, बाकी चीज़ें नहीं है. जैसे उसमें आपको इंजन भी लगाना पड़ता था, इंजन के साथ मोटर भी होनी चाहिए, मोटर के साथ फिर पिस्टन पूरा सिस्टम होना चाहिए, उसे मैनेज करने का तरीका होना चाहिए. वो सब नहीं है. हाँ, एनवायरनमेंट तो बेनिफिट है ही है, बट आई थिंक एनवायरनमेंट से ज़्यादा मुझे लगता है कि बेनिफिट ये है कि छोटे एरियाज में जहाँ पे जहाँ पे फ्यूल पहुंचना ही मुश्किल हो जाता है, जहाँ पे वहाँ पे हर जगह रिमोट एरियाज में वहाँ पे भी हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं और पावर एफिशिएंसी अच्छी मिल जाती है आपको।
अच्छी, इवन इंडिया कंप्लीट इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन भी कंप्लीट हो चुका है, हर दूर दराज गांव तक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इंडिया में पहुंच चुकी है और इतना अच्छा हो सकता है कि और उनके पास ये कॉस्ट सेविंग लाइक कम पैसे में कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का कॉस्ट कंपेयर टू पेट्रोल, राइट। सबसे बड़ा इंडिया में वही कॉस्ट सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर। अभी क्या बहुत बड़ी डिमांड है इसकी इंडिया का। अगर आप देखोगे ना कि ईवी का जो ग्रोथ है लास्ट एक साल का, वो 4 टाइम्स है ग्लोबल ग्रोथ, 91% लगभग ग्रोथ। अभी 2 व्हीलर और 3 व्हीलर जब से आया चल रहा है, बिकॉज बहुत बड़ी संख्या है जो इसमें है।
और हमारे कंट्री के अंदर वैसे भी 2 व्हीलर और 3 व्हीलर की जो सेल है वो गाड़ियों से 10 गुना है नहीं,
ऑब्वियसली, और अच्छा भी है। सीइंग द पॉपुलेशन, द ट्रैफिक, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स वुड हैपन।
और वो बिकॉज छोटे शहरों में वो होगा भी। बड़े शहरों की बात थोड़ी अलग भी हो सकती है, बट अगर आप इंडिया की बात नहीं, अगर आप साउथ ईस्ट एशिया की बात भी कर लें, इंडिया तो एक डेमो मॉडल सबके लिए है ही, और आई थिंक साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में अगर आप देखें तो वहाँ पे 2 व्हीलर सबसे ज़्यादा चलते हैं।
इवन द सोलर भी अगर देखो प्लान जो है गवर्नमेंट का कि हर घर में सोलर टाइप प्लान आएगा ना, तो उसका कारण क्या है कि सोलर जब लगेगी तो उनका खुद का इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कॉस्ट खत्म होगा, फिर उससे ही चार्ज करो, उसी से चार्ज करो। एट द सेम टाइम इंडस्ट्री मोर एंड मोर प्रोडक्शन कैन बी डन इन सोलर इन इंडिया, सो थोड़ा अपना आत्मनिर्भर भारत का जो थोड़ा ड्रीम है उस तरीके से बढ़ेगा। एट द सेम टाइम ग्लोबली हम दिखा सकेंगे कि हम रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में हम कंट्रीब्यूट कर पा रहे हैं। पर एट द ऑल दिस यू नीड द बैटरी। सो प्रॉब्लम इंडिया में यह है कि सप्लाई चेन की प्रॉब्लम है कि जो बैटरी के कंपोनेंट है मोस्टली आउटसाइड से आते हैं। वी आर वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स दैट, लॉट ऑफ चैलेंजेस, बट वी आर वेरी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक।
अगले 5 साल का क्या गोल रहेगा?
हाँ, तो यही है, फर्स्ट स्टेज हमारा यही है कि फिलहाल हम मैट्रिक टन कैपेसिटी पायलट स्केल में ही कैथोड प्रोडक्शन करें, सेल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करें स्मॉल स्केल पे, हमारा प्रोडक्ट वैलिडेशन हो। उसके बाद हमारा प्लान है कि गीगावाट स्केल पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने की, क्योंकि डिमांड बहुत तेज है एंड वी हैव many big companies have shown the interest in our product, even the marine boat, not only the electric vehicle.
Marine boats, yeah. There's electric boat. Electric boats are now becoming the new misnomer. Yeah.
Industry machinery also. So if you see, and I said about the stationary storage and renewable energy related things. So our goal is the second stage manufacturing of that. Third stage, we are thinking of making the consumer product, because or collaborating with the, so you have to do that, right, to make the not only make the cells, you have to make the batteries final state which can be used by the consumer directly and make it cheaper. My vision, what I wanted to do, to be honest, what I wanted to do when I was doing the battery thing or any electronic waste, I presented in the Washington DC. So I was working on the using the artificial intelligence, because the electronic waste recycling, the biggest problem is sorting. So I presented my work in DC, National Academy of Science building. I was in panel, then I was talking about the electronic waste thing scenario, developing countries. People don't even realizing what is happening. People are doing the manual separation, the human operators are there, they are getting so many disease, dump yards. If you see, that's a horrible situation.
And that too, I think it's not even more than 20% the sort.
No, not even, and it is not efficient, right? Not efficient, right? Why don't we use the artificial intelligence because that is hazardous, even not even efficient, that kind of electronic waste. So we developed the artificial intelligence real-time electronic waste sorter, that is an invention disclosure filed. So that work is also, so my vision was to, why don't we all kind of, whatever you are making electronic waste, why don't we make a faster and efficient recycling, so I want to make a complete loop, right? So that's what my goal is, make a closed loop, end to end. So that is what I want to do. Apart from that, I'm also seeing the situation of India, especially the education sector. So when during the pandemic, I started Empower Bharat Training Private Limited. It was a kind of social startup. So that is also in my mind. You know, you have to think of the education sector. Still, I motivate the kids, students, how we can empower them. Because for this country, we have lot of youth, lot of, you know, especially your platform. I'm really, I was very inspired seeing your platform, putting so much effort, you know, how we can train these people, so much young brains, so much potential.
Demographic dividend, right? And the challenge is that we're not using it to the full potential. And I think that is the biggest differential which is gonna make this country from the country where we are struggling to get the right resources, right job opportunities, to a country which will be able to become the leader, not just in India, not just like country wise we will be able to grow. I think we can potentially be world leaders only with education. And that is where our vision is also. And that's why we have started Digit Educator with a single vision that if we can make every graduate, everyone who is going for higher education valuable, we will be able to create so much wealth for the country.
So much wealth, so much innovation is possible.
Yes.
So many type of different sector is open.
Yeah.
India is like, how it's like a pitch. You are doing the batting. There is no fielder. Just need to hit. That much big market is there.
Even if you impact like 1% of this country, right?
That is fine. Not even one.
No,
Good enough.
not even 1%. But like 1% if you impact, that is good enough to make a change
and improve our economy.
do a economy. So I think firstly I want to congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I want to give my best wishes, and I know that we will collaborate in future for many things. So my wishes are with you. I am sure that we will be able to break new barriers with what you are doing. All the three initiatives which you have, and there is a great synergy which I can see, which we can with our students, with the students which we are imparting education to, we will be able to make a change.
Definitely.
Wishing the best.
Definitely.
For all the initiatives.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.